Alright, morning guys, my name's Chris and I am a full-time eBay reseller. What that means I do is I buy stuff and I sell it on eBay for profit, and it's how I've, pay my bills, feed my kids, do all that. I did put out a series because I do ship a lot of big, bulky, awkward items, showing people how I pack a lot of those items. Today I've got two that I'm going to quickly whip out on recording. Now what they are is they're either big, bulky plastic toys or it's just a really large, difficult bundle. So first one up, I'm gonna do I'll show you them first. First one up is we got a mighty Paw Patrol tower. That thing is roughly 2.5 foot tall, something like that. So I'm comparing to me, I'm 6 foot. That comes just below my thigh when I knock the thing down, so it's gonna be about 2.5 foot. In there's a load of vintage tech decks. Now this, if I was to take these pieces off, is 32 pieces. Statistically I should take that apart, but the way I would normally do a lot like toy bundles is I would wrap them individually. I'm not wrapping 32 pieces, so I'll show you how we do that. Also with the Paw Patrol, we got 6 little cars. But the first one that we're going to do is we're going to do the tech deck one. Now all we're going to do is we're just going to quickly arrange in that bag a little bit better so it looks a bit nicer, but I'll show you that in a second. I never said this was the cheapest way to do it, by the way, but what we've done, rearranged it in that bag nicely. Now we've just taped over it because I ship it in that bag. The next thing is there's no protection, so we're going to get some bubble wrap on that. So we've got it bubble wrapped, so that looks like now. So that inherently is protected. What you want is you want it to be really, really tight. This isn't at the minute. A bit loose in there if you can hear it. We're going to fix that next. So what we're going to do now, we're going to shrink wrap it. Show you what that looks like. Right, so a couple of things. That's not what that looks like. It's all wrapped up. Everything in there now, all very tight because that shrink wrap has just crunched it all together. Now we're going to add some fragile tape. But if you've seen one of these before, skip forward a little bit guys because you will have heard this. Reason why it's black, a couple of reasons. One, anti-theft. Parcels do not always get delivered inside your house. Sometimes they get left in places. Thief might look at that, might go, not worth it. Doesn't help when I put fragile tape around it, but that's the next stage. But might not get nicked. And if one of my parcels doesn't get stolen a year because I use black, it's worth it. Number two, I do that because that's waterproof. Water ain't gonna get in there and damage it. And just a quick point, yes, you could use a box instead of that bag. I'm trying to show you guys ways that you can do this without needing to go heavy on your investment into packing material. You could replace my shrink wrap with a bin bag. Bubble wrap, sorry guys, you're not really going to avoid that unless you get some other packing material. You're going to need some sort of safety thing. But boxes can get ludicrously expensive. And again, if you've only got one item of that size, you're not going to buy boxes in packs of 10 and spend £20 because then your shipping's £20. So I'm trying to show you alternative ways if you're doing something a little bit out of the ordinary for yourself. So you could buy stuff, trial it, ship it, get it delivered, and then go, oh, I can invest in more things that size, or I can't. And then you can look into obviously better shipping ways. But we're going to whack some fragile tape around that guys. Fragile tape obviously just to tell the courier and the recipient that it's fragile. But after that guys, we'll move on to the Paw Patrol tower. Right, so onto the Paw Patrol tower. Now that comes with 6 vehicles. Now what we've done with the vehicles is I've bubble wrapped them all individually. Quite time consuming, doesn't take a lot of bubble wrap though, quite time consuming, but it will make it look good. The other thing is I can use that as a barrier now for some of the weaker areas on this tower. So we're going to have like one here, you know, dot them around that. But I'll show you what that looks like in a sec. Right, so we've got all 6 cars roughly in places on it where I don't really want to take damage. So one right on the top, this to protect this bit. That should protect itself within reason. Got them all down here, that way if it's going to take a hit on the side, it should hit the car first. These bits are going to come off. I'm going to take all them off. Okay, and then we're going to bubble wrap the whole thing. But I'll show you what that looks like. Right, so that's now bubble wrapped. A little bit different. We're not taping it, but what we are going to do is just stick it in a box. Reason for that, lots and lots of fragile pieces on it. Now I've taken it apart as much as I can, but there's still a lot of fragile pieces, so we're just going to box it. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. That Paw Patrol tower is an incredibly awkward shape to box. That's a drum box that we've had to put it in, and then the bottoms had to be cut and customised. It looks a bit rubbish at the minute. That is a fully Frankenstein box, but once we get the black wrap around it, it tightens everything up, so all that box will sort of gel in. and glues the loose bits. But yeah, we'll do that now. So I took the liberty of adding the fragile tape as well, as you saw from the tech deck. So that is now how we'll ship that. Now Kirsty is going to apply a label to it. Hello, volunteer. Watch your head.
I am.
If you don't know, every time I press play on this and Kirsty's in here, she bangs her head, and I literally leave it in every video because I think it's hilarious. She hates it, but she's not going to move now. Do you want to take that down, babe?
Nope.
Go on, we're ready for you. Who's this last time?
Yeah, no, it was.
Banged her on the guitar. Anyway, we've got off course. That's it for those two guys. They're not exactly the most out of the ordinary ones, but I can't imagine there's many videos on YouTube how to pack the Paw Patrol tower. In general, you won't really beat a box, but like with the tech deck and stuff like this, so that's completely Frankenstein to pieces, so you may not know how to do that or whatever, guys, so do try and put videos out there. I was asked at one point about how we do the labelling and whatnot to try and get people to avoid taking it to raw mail, because you do pay more. Now there is a couple of ways you can do it, but I'm going to put a video out about that in the future. I'm not sure when, because I need to work out exactly how I'm going to do it without putting people's information onto YouTube because of GDPR. We love it. But anyway, I will see you guys on the next one. Before I go, if you don't mind, subscribe for more, guys, and drop a like on the video, please. Thank you, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.